There's a reason small talk feels like someone scratching the surface of your mind, while deep conversations feel like your whole inner world finally has room to breathe, and psychology says this contrast isn't random, it's a reflection of how your brain processes meaning. Because when the conversation is shallow, you feel disconnected, almost invisible, but when it turns real, your nervous system relaxes like it's finally speaking its native language. Your preference has nothing to do with being antisocial and everything to do with cognitive depth. Your brain doesn't activate for surface-level information, it activates for sincerity, nuance, and emotional honesty, and research shows that people wired this way experience faster mental fatigue when the interaction lacks substance, which is why small talk drains you long before the room drains of people. Your brain works on a depth-first model, meaning it searches for patterns and emotional coherence long before it cares about casual details. So when someone asks, "What do you do?" or "How's the weather?" you're not bored, you're unengaged. Your mind is trying to find the underlying intention behind the word. Psychology calls this high-meaning orientation, and it's common in introverts, deep thinkers, and people with high sensitivity, because your brain can't pretend interest, it needs something real to hold onto. Another reason small talk feels exhausting is that your social battery isn't drained by people, it's drained by conversations that don't align with your internal rhythm. Shallow exchanges require masking, small emotional adjustments, constant micro-monitoring of tone and body language, and this hidden cognitive load is what creates the fatigue. Research shows the more self-regulating the brain must be, the faster energy burns, so you're not weak. You're simply conserving mental resources for things that matter. Deep conversation feels like oxygen because emotional depth activates the brain's reward circuitry. When your thoughts are met instead of dismissed, when someone listens instead of waiting to speak, you experience a dopamine stability that makes you feel safe, seen, and allowed to unfold at your natural pace. Psychology calls this interpersonal resonance, the moment when two minds start thinking in parallel instead of competing for space. You also thrive on depth because your brain is wired for introspection. You spend so much time understanding yourself that shallow dialogue feels misaligned with the pace of your inner world, and this creates what psychologists call authenticity tension, where surface interactions feel like forcing yourself into a smaller version of who you are, but long conversations about meaning, purpose, imagination, or emotions make you feel expansive, like someone finally unlocked the door you've been waiting to open. The truth is, you don't hate people and you don't hate talking, you just hate conversations that leave your mind untouched. You crave honesty, connection, complexity, and the kind of dialogue that doesn't rush to the end, but grows in layers. And if that makes you different, it also makes you deep. If this describes you, tell me in the comments what kind of deep conversations energize you, and share this video with someone who needs validation for outgrowing small talk.